The living room, 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 the living room. The living room, what's going on, you all? It is another Monday here in the living room. I'm your main man, Mr. Starvin Artist.
And I'm your boy, Jay Allen. And we have our boy, Buddy back.
Buddy.
Hey.
What's going on, buddy? How you been?
I've been pretty good. And yourself?
I'm chilling. Oh,
we missed you last week.
I want to give a shout out to everybody that wished me happy birthday this week in the living room. So on Facebook, much appreciated. What's the address on Facebook?
You okay, buddy?
I'm sorry.
Is that what you got on that trip?
I'm having a little bit of allergies.
All right. Facebook.com/the living room
That's
show.
right. Hit us up and like us.
Please like us. Happy birthday, man.
Thank you.
Did you have a good birthday?
I had a very good birthday. You know what? It was. I did a lot of fun stuff, and I'm glad to be right back in the living room and with my main man, Buddy.
Hey, well, Buddy, we missed you last week. We were good to talk to you on the phone, and a special thanks to Tiffany Ryan for filling in last week.
Coming in last week, Tiffany.
Thank you, Tiffany.
What's up, Tiff?
All right, anyways. All right, let's get started with TV for last week. So last week was finale week, so now we're into reunion week.
Reunion specials, all reunion specials all week long.
Yeah, well, last week on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, we ended the 3-part reunion special, but you know how Bravo always likes to squeeze the last little bit out. Yeah, so then they have Real Housewives of Beverly Hills Secrets Revealed.
Oh, what were the secrets revealed?
Well, one of the secrets revealed was really about, we've been talking on and on about Kim and Lisa Rinna's kind of confrontations, how they've been confronting. And so after Amsterdam, why are you looking at me?
I just want to know what the secrets are.
Yeah, so when they went to Amsterdam, they had a big explosion that we've been talking about. So apparently when they got back to the U.S., Lisa Rinna texted Kim, said that I will F you up. Yada, yada, yada. So Kim felt like she didn't feel safe, so she wanted to meet with Lisa to make sure she was going to be safe.
So she wanted to meet with somebody who said that they would fuck her up.
Just to make sure she was going to be safe.
Typical rich person.
She's rich.
But then they meet like in the middle of the woods. It's just them. I'm like, why y'all in the middle of the woods and you worried about your safety? And it's like in the middle of a park bench. I was like, Lord, this is how them like.
But it's Kim we're talking about, though.
And so, that was that whole, they end up having a confrontation, and then,
They have a confrontation in the woods?
In the woods, and Lisa Rinna was like, your behavior is not okay, and Kim was like, well, I just want to make sure that I'm safe. This is not, and then they was going in, so then Kim storms off, walks away, and then Lisa just
How do you storm off in the woods, though? There's no cool way to do that.
No, because she couldn't even walk. There was like a barrier.
Yeah.
She had to climb.
There's no cool way to storm off in the woods.
Right. I'm mad. It's just like, you got to climb over this. One of the other funny things, too, was, well, it was kind of cute, too. Cal's youngest daughter, Portia, wanted to go by a different name because she said she couldn't pronounce her name. Portia.
Is that cute, though? I mean, Portia's the one that has the birthday parties that have cost more than my mortgage a month.
Well, I mean,
that's not cute.
I mean, I feel bad for them black girl names, Calandria. I was like, girl, Mama, can I go by that? LaPhasia.
Hell,
I'm unique.
Imitation.
How you spell that?
Right, you mean like X.
But yeah, Portia couldn't spell her name. So what did she decide she wanted to be called, though?
So, I forget something like Anna or something like that.
Oh, that's nice and simple.
Right. So, Cal takes her daughter to a speech therapist because really the issue was that her daughter couldn't say her R's. So she was like, Portia, Portia, or she couldn't say, she couldn't say any R's. So the speech person kind of really helped with the R's. So, girl, good luck. Let's all help her together. 1, 2, 3.
Portia. Phonetically. Portia.
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 Yeah. It's not Portianique. Portasha.
Ocean.
That's a cute name, Portasha.
No.
Not Potasha.
Not Portasha.
Like, names not Potasha.
Portasha.
Oh my god. And then they also went back to the reunion, showed a clip from the reunion where Brandy and Kim were talking about their texts. Kim always texts Brandy with a whole bunch of emojis. And that's her way of communicating. And she was like, why do you keep sending this? She was like, this is how I express myself.
Can't be that she can't type words?
I don't know. But I hate when people send me emojis.
I'm going to send them a whole bunch of emojis.
Do you like when people send you emojis? No, the one that I hate the most is on
It's supposed to be
Facebook
a
when you
feelings.
talking to somebody on Facebook and they just send you the thumbs up one. I hate
Thumbs
that.
up is lazy.
I hate that so
It's
much.
like-
I never respond. Anytime I talk to somebody and they send that to me, I just stop responding
Yeah.
to them.
It's like thread over.
Right.
Like, shut that
That's
joint
so,
down.
it makes me so mad because I'll be like, hey, watch the living room, thumbs up.
Like, what do you mean? Yeah.
Meanwhile, they don't click
They
on
don't
it.
click on it. Where's that like at?
And then, tomorrow on Dr. Phil, we told you about Kim being arrested.
Dr. Phil still comes on?
Apparently, because
Okay.
Kim Richards will be on Dr. Phil.
Miss me a little when I'm gone. I didn't
So,
know.
I'm going to watch it and fill you guys in next week about that. So
Thank
we'll
you.
see what she has to say.
Thank you, Jay Allen,
You-
because I more than likely wouldn't see Dr. Phil.
Oh, all right. So that is Real Housewives of Beverly Hills.
Yay.
And that's it.
Is that it, or are they going to have
No,
the
that's-
secrets of the husband?
that's it.
Or the secrets of the children?
That's it.
That's it? Okay.
It's so sad. Well, this was a wild ride for season 5. So let's move on to R&B Divas.
Yeah, R&B Divas.
R&B
What's this? Season 3 of LA?
Season 3.
Season 3, TV1, 10 p.m. So this was the first part of the reunion special. It's a two-part.
Two parts.
Two-part, and Wendy Williams host.
Oh, I love her as a host because
She does well.
She's like messy radio days, Wendy, when she's on there. So, and
She's
it
pretty
gets the
messy.
girls. She be like, so.
So, and she brought Chrisette back, and Chrisette got a new do.
Yeah, she got the little
Little straight
hair.
joint, and
Yes.
and she has her same stink attitude, and she was coming for Stacey Francis.
She was. Who
Thank
Wendy
you.
was like, girl, I didn't know nothing about this whole Whitney Houston matter. And so I was like, how should you know about that?
Right.
Right.
I don't know, but at the same time, though, she was talking to Brave, but she know who the hell Brave was.
She didn't know. She was like, who are you?
Who are you?
Why are you on this show?
Right. She was like, do you belong here, Brave? I was like, Wendy was just like shady the entire night, which was needed for these ladies because they need a good shaking up, and Wendy's just juicy all night. And
Who used to host the Basketball Wives reunions? John Sally?
oh, John Sally was. Oh, who hosted the first reunion of R&B?
dude.
He's on the radio.
Yeah, Joe Claire.
Joe Claire.
Joe Claire, yeah.
Yeah, because I was like, who is Joe
Who's
Claire?
Joe Claire?
But now he's on the radio.
No,
yeah.
He's a comedian.
but Wendy does well. She actually asks the questions that need to be asked that are on audience's minds.
She does.
She
Yeah.
does. So that's what's good about Wendy's.
And they talked a little bit about Miss Chalet. And
Who's giving us very much Rihanna?
oh, no, she looked like what Rihanna would look like in like 30 years when she's still trying to hold on.
Still trying to sing that
She had
song.
that red on, right?
Still trying to be like, Ella, Ella,
I may be bad, but I'm perfectly good.
That's why, yeah, Michelle didn't need to do that because she is an icon.
Is she though?
Somewhere.
And so, one of the things they focus on with Miss Chalet is like, why, Miss Chalet, are you always late? Like, we have work to do. Like, you're always late.
Well, this is her job.
It's your job.
That is her job.
And so she said she don't have no car.
And why don't she have no car? Because Suge Knight ain't paying that money.
He not paying
He ain't
child
paying that
support.
money.
But I cannot foresee her taking the number 4 bus.
She holding on the rail like this.
Right.
She got pulled on the stop
Girl,
requested
I hope
chain.
she was taking Uber. So,
I don't see her taking Uber neither. She don't get that app on her phone.
Right.
She ain't like
a taxi.
A taxi. Maybe
Well,
a taxi.
LA traffic be the worst, so maybe she was on the bus. And if that's the case, I wouldn't be at some of them things either. But
especially not to meet Lil Mo's stepfather or father-in-law at the bowling alley. I ain't coming to that.
right. And so she said Suge didn't pay child support really, and he didn't even want her to be on the show. So
I
he's
didn't
mad at
understand
her.
that.
Why?
Well, because Michelle Lae's had a whole lot of drama with her baby fathers in the time she's been on the show, and Suge is one of the problems that she's had. So I just think that's why he would want her to be on the show.
That makes sense.
Spreading more of the business. You know what I'm saying?
Because I know, and one of the things Wendy was like, tell me about Suge being blind. I heard that he was blind. Miss Chalet was like, that was news to me too. So she was like, dang, she covered, blowing that man cover and everything. So
Because she has the intel. She has the inside track.
yes, and right. And then I love how she went to Stacey, and she was like, Stacey, you good for TV. And Stacey was like, thank you. And she was like, that's not a good thing. But, then, they asked Chrisette if she left because of Stacey.
Yes,
and then
did.
Basically Chrisette was like, basically she
said that she left because of Stacey. She said she saw where the show was going. She didn't want to be a part of that anymore.
Right.
And I'm not mad at her because...
But the show was boring before Stacey got there.
Right.
Stacey did give us
this show been on for what, 2.5 years?
The
first
season you had Kelly Price.
Yeah, you did.
And she was turning up.
Uh-huh.
Second season you had Lil Mo, and she was just giving you life. And now you have Stacey. Because Lil Mo is trying to start a family in the Brady Bunch.
Start a family? What? Slim, ain't you on child number 6?
Yes, 8 or something like that.
15?
I don't know. But and
Third
so
marriage
Stacey gives you life, and then Shantae was
Stacey don't give me life. Like Stacey's not.
I love Stacey.
Stacey's not like a good Kenya Moore can read. Can read a cat. Stacey Moore don't read nobody. She don't. All them bros be like, Stacey, get out of here.
She was like, what? How are you gonna prejudge me? You didn't
Get
even
out of
know
here,
it.
Stacey.
Yeah.
Nobody's checking for Stacey, but she still be there.
I like Stacey.
I like Stacey.
I just feel like she picks the wrong time to bring up stuff. Like,
Is that
Right,
what
she do pick the wrong time, but it's good TV time.
Yeah.
And she tried to come again for Shantae Moore because Chrisette said that she heard that Stacey was going to put on the show to come for Shantae Moore and Michelle.
And she was like, I did not do that.
But that's what she did, though.
She did. She didn't come for Michelle, really.
She did.
No,
that was her first thing coming to the show.
She helped Little Mo with their problem.
Did she help?
She was trying to, but Little Mo was like, I don't even know you.
Michelle.
Yeah. But yeah, did she need Stacey Francis help? Stacey, who the hell did I say her name? Stacey Francis help?
And one of the things about Shantae they talked about too was in the end of the cancer benefit that they were having. They felt that Shantae brought her cancer survivor.
Cancer survivor, her portable cancer survivor.
To upstage the moment and to upstage Teresa, who was really the storyline of the season and different things like that. And so I felt like she did bring him up there. And it almost felt like the lady was a prop for Shantae. That's a very serious issue and different things like that. But I felt like the lady Shantae brought was for a prop.
The only thing I'm saying is that of all the CDs that I own, the people that have been on this show, it's Shantae Moore's. I don't got a Stacey Francis CD.
And another,
got a little Mo
and then
CD.
another thing she did was with the little 1% of the proceeds, and then she
Well,
tried.
they were all-
Then
like,
she
well,
said
ain't no
that she
proceeds.
asked for everybody though.
But it was, they did. And she was
Yeah, when she was definitely asking for herself.
right, and they're gonna go into that on the next part 2, actually, and delve into that deeper. And so I'm very curious to see what's gonna happen in part 2. So make sure you tune in into that on Wednesday.
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 Yes, it is.
All right. You know what? We have a new show alert that I don't have a little thing for. But
surprise, surprise.
Yes. This show is called the Queens of Drama.
Queens of Drama, and they literally are the Queens of Drama because they are former daytime and soap opera stars, and primetime stars as well.
And it comes on the channel Pop. And if you don't know,
Pop.
right? POP, hold it down.
Yeah. POP.
Yes. If you don't know what Pop is,
you're okay because nobody knows what Pop is.
I didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
But Pop is the old TV guide channel. You know that
TV
channel where you used to turn to try to figure out what was on TV?
You scroll.
And you just have to wait for like ever. And you be like, you just want to see what's on channel 5 and you get there and you be like, dang!
It's been like 20 minutes. And like, I missed it.
And you be like,
but that's what Pop is.
Right.
And Pop aired the premiere.
The premiere right after the daytime Emmys that came on yesterday.
Yes.
And it's really good. So basically these former soap stars are really working together to create a primetime drama that they can star in. And it features like 2 of the women from Passions. You know that.
Okay. I was about to say, do I know their names? No.
I don't know their names.
But I know.
Lindsay.
Lindsay.
And Christy.
Lindsay Hartley and Christy something or other.
And Christy, this black girl.
Crystal Hunt.
Crystal Hunt.
Crystal Hunt's the blonde
yes.
youngin.
And then
there's Donna Mills.
Donna Mills, who
from Knots Landing.
Oh my God, who is like the queen of like classic shade.
Yeah, she is.
Then you have Vanessa Marcel from Las Vegas.
Las Vegas. Beverly Hills 90210 and General Hospital.
Yes, and so it's just great all around. And
the chick that sued Aaron Spelling.
Oh, yes.
Hunter Tylo.
Yes. And so they're all coming together, and it's just drama all the way around. Because first of all, the black girl is there. I'm gonna need her to do something with that hair.
Baby. You're a pretty young lady, but that joint, he got straws in it, and
she got this shake and go wig.
There's nothing hot about that style.
No. And the shade of the thing is that Vanessa Marcel brings she brings a project together, and she goes to Donna Mills, who's like the classic, soap opera queen, and wants her to help her with it. Well, Donna Mills is just like, she takes over the project. She's like, well, I'm not only going to be a part of it, I'm going to lead the project.
But not for nothing though. But Vanessa presents the project to me very weekly,
But she didn't know.
And Donna's like, I'm taking charge because Vanessa's like, I'm about to run it.
But then she tried to kick her out her own project that she brought to her.
Because Vanessa picks up and walks away from the meeting.
Well, I get it, because if I invite you to be a part of our project, and then you're going to come in, first of all, take over, and then we be like...
What I would do is this is my project, Donna. Backseat. I'm taking the joint back over. She picks up and walks away and stands out in the lobby of wherever they was.
Donna was like, well, if she was intimidated for me, she kind of asked me to
by 74-year-old Donna Mills from 1979.
And then they have this little blonde girl that it just says anything and everything. I mean, she is just mad. I mean, anything that comes to her mind is what she'll say.
She has a case of Tourette's.
Yes. And then one of the girls, she met her husband online dating, and she was like, "Oh my God, you met him online?"
I just wouldn't trust that. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't let my daughter do that.
I mean, and she was
really going in.
And then the one was talking about auditioning, and she was like, "Oh, I can't."
Oh yeah.
And then she was talking about.
She's auditioning for 40-year-old roles.
Right, the one girl was auditioning for 40. She was like, 40-year-old roles. She was like, I would kill my agent if I wait.
But secret no lie, Crystal Hunt looks like she's about 40.
Yeah, she does. But, I mean, she's going to be good drama because she's going to say whatever she wants.
She's Stacey Francis.
She's the Stacey Francis, the Kenya Moore. Donna Mills is just going to give you classic shade.
Because she really is unbothered. You get she's like no sweat, no nothing. She doesn't raise her voice. It's always
real
chill.
Yes. She ranks at 10 on Pop.
On Pop.
All
Check
right.
your local listings. Next up is the finale to end all finale
of Atlanta. It was part 1 of the 3-part reunion.
Yes.
And it was very interesting.
Basically started off with, talking about Nene's dissension throughout the season. Started with Nene and Claudia, actually.
Yeah.
And why the counting session that they were involved in didn't go well. And Claudia basically got in there and started saying Claudia stuff. What did she say?
She said that hair was thirsty, that everything. But one of the big moments though was really between Nene and Candy, because they were really talking about Phaedra, and so Candy really just kind of felt betrayed by Phaedra that she was going to Nene and talking about her, and Nene mentioned that Phaedra was not coming to me talking about me. She was really coming to me because when I lost my husband, it was a really hard thing for me, especially my son. Nene started to tear up a little bit as she was telling the story about how it was hard for her son when Greg was out of the house, and that was really what they were connecting over. And it was really nice to try to see Nene in that moment, because it was just like, oh, this is the Nene I miss. It was a real moment of Nene where she wasn't so guarded, where she was...
Has she ever been that way? Has she ever been so that part of her?
I think season one was
Season 1 and number 1.
Oh, okay.
But it was really nice to see a real moment from her. You know what I'm saying? Because she's really so on and and different things like that. So it was nice. But Nene's her line of the night was like, "You're right, I'm wrong." So she was not about to argue with nobody.
Nene, that was played.
I'm wrong.
No, that was played.
I like that though. She was just like, I'm not about to argue with you. You right, I'm wrong.
Then don't come on a reunion show then. Leave the show.
Because you already know that they're gonna try to come for her.
Yeah, I mean, if you tell them I'm right, you're wrong, everything somebody says to you, there's nothing progressing from that.
Yeah,
beneath you.
And then about halfway through, they bring Portia on.
In her Belvedere dress.
Can I say
one thing?
Can I say one thing though about Nene?
Yes.
Whoever did her hair, they did a great job.
Yes.
This time, she finally got it together.
Yeah, ain't the little special about the commercial about the wigs
the wigs and the wigs. Yes. I did not like Cynthia's hair. She looked like the cowardly lion from the Wizard of Oz, or the Clock Sisters. She looked like she was about to go on stage with the Clock Sisters.
Oh, not the Clock Sisters.
Is my living in vain?
Yeah, she's a supermodel, or at least a high fashion.
Too much,
model.
right?
Yeah, it wasn't hot.
So I did not like that, but I did like all the white. They did look like black angels.
Oh.
They was not behaving like black angels, but they look like. Well, anyways, so Portia and Claudia kind of rehashed their whole situation about where their relationship really started to deteriorate a little.
Deteriorate? They never had one.
Well, no, they never really had one, but they never really were able to really build one either, and so they really started to talk about that, and Claudia was accusing Portia of sleeping with a married African man, and she said that Portia was drinking some Jesus juice, and was telling people that oh girl, I'm glad when we was filming you didn't really talk about this one, and she was just spilling all.
But that's my whole thing. But what Claudia? It's like Andy said, it was her first reunion, and she even admitted to being nervous. But what was she talking about though?
Well, she was talking about the fact that Portia was messing around with a married man.
But there was no substantiation of that, though. I mean, like, at least with the whole other situations in the group, people could prove it or speak to it. She could never speak to Portia dating when this married.
She said Portia told her.
Maybe Claudia should sleep with a married man.
Maybe
she should have a storyline or something.
Her own storyline.
Well, Portia at one point threatened her. She was like, you need to stop talking about me. And then Claudia was like, well, get a lawsuit if you about that life. I was like, yes. And then, Portia was like,
yes.
Portia was like, my legs are close to married men. And Claudia was like, no, they're not.
I'm just saying, you just gonna keep on talking about Portia because she's an easy target.
No, but listen. One thing about Claudia is she's good with that clap back. Okay?
Oh, no. Portia, Claudia is good with that. She is good with that.
She is like Rihanna.
But nobody came for her, though. That's my thing. Nobody said nothing to Claudia. She was just there like, snack. No, but nobody said nothing to her. She just came out the gate like, I got it.
Oh, my God. And then, it went on to Phaedra and Kenya.
Yes.
Who we all thought that they...
No, I never thought that.
I was like, oh, they were moving forward.
You can't hate somebody for 3 years and then be like, all of a sudden, oh my God.
And I blame Phaedra, though.
I thought they did.
I thought they moved forward because they hugged it out. The next time they together, they was taking pictures, and that's big for Phaedra.
People never get over somebody thinking they're going to take their significant other. They never get over that.
That's true. That happened to me on Friday.
Ain't happened in the year.
I'll take your man.
Never get over that. So what was the beef though that they started off?
They were just rehashing the old moments that happened before they made up. Which sometimes when you
from last season, not even this season, from last season.
Right. Well, the beginning of this season was really about last season. So Phaedra slipped back into her old habits of calling
the horror shaming,
basically. And she was like calling Kenya all kinds of whores, and she was
unnecessary
whore. And then Kenya was like, she was thrown a little bit by that, I think, and she was like, a whore. And Phaedra was like, you're in good company, honey. There's all kind of whores in the Bible, and they was redeemed. So I was just like, oh Lord, here we go. And then but Kenya's comeback was like everything to me. Kenya was like, I am not a whore, nor have I ever been a whore, but if I was a whore, I would be the best damn whore that you have ever seen. They would have a museum that people would go to and be like, you know what? That is the best whore that I've ever seen. I would have a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame saying this is the best whore.
She spoke to Peter Thomas before the show to get her comeback.
And she would own it.
Yeah.
Unlike Phaedra.
That dream was like,
it was.
Kept on going on.
But you know what? I feel her because if I'm gonna be if I'm gonna be a hoe, I'm gonna be the best hoe that I can be. And you're gonna be like, he a hoe, but he is that hoe.
Exactly.
Okay, he is that hoe.
He that hoe.
He that hoe. But I'm a Christian.
Yeah.
So.
But yes, what happened with who else was on the show? Was Dimitri on there?
No, Dimitri, she said that she had a prior conflict.
She had a prior conflict with her contractual obligations to Bravo.
She was not invited. So, that was really part one. So we'll really be excited to get
Claudia and Portia.
2 more episodes.
2 more episodes and probably a secrets reveal.
The secrets reveal, and then
before
Candy's
ski trip. Ski.
Okay.
So yeah, you know, and right after Real Housewives of Atlanta, they did a Nene presents the Prancing Elites, right?
They did.
So at first, when I was seeing these previews for this show,
wasn't really all for it.
I was just like,
I
no,
must admit,
I do not want to see these people on TV. And my reasoning, because it's just like, when I go out sometimes, I'll be like, they be out on the dance floor, taking up the whole dance floor.
The dancing elites, we take the whole dance floor.
No, people that be Jay said, they be taking up the whole floor, dancing, battling all night, and you just
hard.
be mad.
Be like, yo, I'm here too.
Right. You be like, can y'all have the floor? Can we
right.
negotiate? And so I just was not interested at all.
I wasn't.
And
I wasn't. I must admit.
I
didn't want.
I was for it.
You
I
did.
I remember you saying that.
Yeah, I was for it.
And so, you know, because it happened to come on between Watch What Happens Live and
they kind of made you watch
it.
They
made you watch it. And so I was like, I'm going to give this show a chance. And I am so glad I did. And I was just sitting there like, at one point, I was like, by the end of it, I was like literally in tears. Like, I was like, it was so emotionally touching because
I was moved.
It was very moving. And my friend Chantel, shout out to her, last week was trying to get me to watch it. And I was like, girl, I'm not watching this show. And so I basically was like, I watched it and I texted her and I was just like, you know what? These people just want to dance. Yeah. Like, they're not trying to spread hate. Listen, but no, they're not trying to spread hate. They're not trying to be rude. They're not trying to be disrespectful.
They just want to dance.
They just want to dance. And people were so mean and so cruel to them. And I was just like, why are people so mean to these people? They just want to dance. Like, and it was
and they got a chance to dance last night, though.
Watch What Happens Live.
Yes.
And it was just moving to see their story. People were so cruel to them, but they still fought. They still
persevere.
Mm-hmm. Persevere through all that hardship and things.
But here's the deal, though. So that was episode 1. I don't know if I can watch an entire season of them persevering.
I may be crying at the end of the season, but it will be interesting to see their journey.
Right.
I think it'll be interesting to see their journey because it's just like, I think sometimes when people don't travel on the main highway, you know, and people try to go off on their own lane.
The road less taken.
You know, we look at them all sideways and stuff like that. But, you know, sometimes when you take the road less taken, and you stand up, they're probably inspiring so many people right now, and they're gonna inspire so many people.
They made that little Caucasian young lady cry.
Yes, they made. Oh my God! When the little girl came up to them and was crying because she didn't understand why people were being so mean to them. Like the Prancing Elites have really touched me. Hashtag I am a Prancing Elite. I shouldn't say that. But no, but really, they really are touching so many people. And like, so many people are going to be inspired because of this show. And, you know, they're not going to, the Prancing Elites themselves are not going to really realize how many people that they touch. But because they're brave enough to share their story, they're brave enough to be who they are. Simple. Being who they are, simple. Regardless of whether or not you want me to be, I'm going to be who I am. And who I am is I'm a dancer, and I want to spread love and joy through my dance.
But I think there's something to be said, though, for the way that the show was presented. Because what we actually saw was not the show that we saw in commercials.
Right. No. It really wasn't. It wasn't about them just being fun and fabulous. It was about their journey. Yeah. And anytime you always want to root for the underdog, I think. So please try to give this show a chance. It also comes on Wednesday nights as well on Oxygen, not on Bravo.
Not on Bravo.
But
must have like a little collaboration going on there.
Probably so. So watch this show. If you have any preconceived judgments about it, just watch it one time, and I guarantee you, your thoughts will be changed. Not only about the show, but it will also cause you to change how you view just people and life in general. Okay?
If you have a heart.
If you have a heart. All right. Well, that's the end on that. Click right here for hot topics because we got hot topics right here for you. And they're hot. So see you guys next week. That's the end of our show.
That's Living Room, y'all. See y'all next Monday. Deliver room, deliver room, deliver room, deliver room, deliver room, deliver room.
Bye.